I'll literally say, yeah, this is like almost kind of behind the scenes. This is the process of how we got to the list of the show that you're going to see.
So that's exactly what we're doing. We're currently brainstorming who are our top fives for the men and women of WWE and AEW. So I made a list. Rich made a list. Focus made a list. We're seeing who's like-minded, and then we're gonna have to debate. And shit, from the looks of this spreadsheet, it's a lot of debating. So
This is
automatically,
this is the show right here.
automatically out of the way are Tony Storm, Monet, Harley. We couldn't agree on anything else there. The men, there's no agreeing. There's no agreements either. The women, we agreed. Steph, we agreed on Chelsea. Jade was picked for number 3, according to the spreadsheet. Um, Maxine, Soroka, Becky, Soroka. I'm glad Soroka made it twice on the list. Okay, that's debatable.
That has an honorable mention.
So
I would say
CM Punic.
I would
That's
say
hilarious.
I would say Soroka will be number 5.
Because it's the only person that came consecutively mentioned.
Yeah.
All right, but let's get the list from the top, so it'll be at least visually pleasing to me. All right.
Yeah.
There's no agreeing. There's no agreeing on on the WWE men. Okay, so any. All right. Dom made it to the top.
I would say Dom would
twice.
Dom would have to.
Hold on. So
Dom
before
would
we
be
start
number
this,
3.
before we start this, we should also lay out what the criteria is for this list. I base my list on impact as far as like the being in WWE, and that includes merch sales, that includes TV time, that includes ratings, that includes match quality. I also rate it on as impact to the fans. How much do we talk about these people? How much is the internet talking about these people when we go to these shows? How many people are wearing their t-shirts? Like, is this wrestler on the topic of people's tongues? Because sometimes you can be a champion and it's just like, yeah, okay, you got a championship. That's cool. But like, are you being talked about?
My criteria was, what have you done this year?
Yeah.
You know, the impact of what you've done, and your accomplishments. That's really what I focused it on. If you're like, for instance, I got Cody Rhodes at 3. He's the undisputed champion. Why is he not close to 1 for me? Because you didn't do much except continue being undisputed champion. He regained the title, cool, but his storylines haven't been that great. It's been really hit and miss, so that's why I put him down there. I put Dom over because Dom's been leading the stable, multiple championship runs, got the spotlight with Cena. Like, he's leading the AAA. Like, Dom easily could have been number 1 in reality.
He is number 1. If you could check that list again, maybe
you know
need to reevaluate.
I think I am gonna move my Dom to number 1 in the
because at the end of the day,
he's basically helping AAA.
No, but I'm saying at the end of the day, when you think of your criteria, you also got to factor in what are they have that overall package and they're using it correctly, and that they're using it at the right time. And
but
I feel, and no offense, I feel Cena number 1 he missed all of those points. He used all of that stuff, and that's not really his fault. That's more of TKO's fault, and that's why I can't put him at number one. And that's
John
why
Cena was the
I
most. John
when
Cena was the most
like
talked about wrestler, good, bad, or indifferent
Okay,
good,
so
bad,
across
and
wrestling.
different.
Not even
It, it wasn't
WWE.
entertaining to me. It wasn't entertaining. At the end of the day, he sports entertainment, and where's the entertainment? There was no entertainment throughout that whole last year. They
the
dropped the
way he
ball
went out.
multiple times.
Well,
They
look, just
dropped the
behind
ball
the way he
multiple
went out.
times,
The
and it-
first half of his run was ass.
and I could forgive a lot of things about it, but the overall fandom says that his last run this last year was completely negative at all stops. The shit with The Rock, the shit with Travis Scott, the shit where some people didn't like the ending with having Gunther in the match and the ending to that match. You know, that's not something that I feel is wrong, but that's not something that I hear what the fan is saying too. And for those reasons I can't put Cena at number one because I feel I kind of agree with the fandom that the whole run was a fail. They dropped the ball multiple times, but that's not his fault. That's TKO's fault.
Yeah, and I would agree with you with a lot of those things. And I love Dirty Dom, and he has been holding it down for AAA and has been doing Judgment Day stuff, and that's good and that's great. But when you compare it to what John Cena has been done, I love Dirty Dom, and he will have his time in the sun. 2025 was a time in the sun, but John Cena was basically the son of WWE. Like good, bad, or indifferent. Like I said, I agree with y'all. Y'all said it wasn't the greatest. Who was talked about all the time? Good, bad, or indifferent. Casual wrestling fans, people who don't even watch wrestling, were talking about John Cena. They had to move it in the stadium to accommodate more people to fit John Cena. Good, bad, or indifferent. Nobody was talked about in wrestling, period. Forget WWE and wrestling, all of wrestling. This year was about John Cena. Good, bad, or indifferent, whether you liked it, whether you hated it, whether you thought it was the most meanest thing ever. This year was about John Cena, period. Everything else comes second to John Cena's retirement year. Everything else in all of wrestling,
I get it.
WrestleMania, the WWE
All right,
Championship, the Heavyweight Championship, AEW, everything came second to John Cena's retirement year. How can he not be number one?
he's not number one because although everything was about John Cena, he did not accomplish as much as Dom did. Like I'm gonna reevaluate because the people can see the list up right now
Mhm.
in the current format. So obviously my list is gonna change because Cena's currently not on it. And I do have to ask Cena because you make a good argument. But no way in hell Cena's gonna go above Dominic Mysterio when Dominic as a heel got the entire stadium to cheer for him at WrestleMania. Since WrestleMania, not only has he been leading the Judgment Day, he's been low key leading the Americanos, influencing their decisions. He's been a double champion, Triple A's Mega Campeon champion, their top belt, not only bringing an entire promotion awareness, carrying on his back, and bringing them probably the biggest storyline in current history, and that's not even an arguable fact. Like, there's more eyes on AAA because of Dom right now. Judgment Day has been up and down that card. Not only that, he's been through 3 iterations of the Judgment Day and still pulling off strong. Ended up by himself, got Liv back, got the stable 100% like moving right now. Two-time Intercontinental Champion, beating the person that you're saying should be above him
Mm-hmm.
in his last televised event. Like the dude is everywhere. Like, do we put the clearly handed IC title win just so John Cena can make the Grand Slam notch the same way they just gave Cena the 17 belt just so he can have the 17th notch? But what that title meant nothing in the grand scheme of storyline. It meant nothing in the grand scheme of pushing the business forward because Cena did more without the belt in the second half of his run. He did more without the belt than he did while he was champion. His great matches came once he transitioned back into face Cena, facing Logan Paul, AJ Styles. That's where the hits started coming. But all that build up to him getting the Rock, the convoluted storyline, it left a bad taste in the fans. It left a bad stain on celebrity involvement in WWE with Travis Scott completely pulling out and failing, making it look bad for celebrities again. Um, so I gotta agree with folks. I don't see Cena being number one. Not when,
So the thing,
not when a young
so,
up and coming like Dom is doing what he did this year.
And
so the thing is that
you're
I
all right.
understand that Cena is big and he encompasses everything. But like I said, at the overall, did they accomplish it the right thing? Did TKO give them the right tools to make this basically a nightcap of his whole history and career? I say no. They had a chance to do it, and he wanted to do it because he said he wanted to do more dates, and they said no. And that's
Okay,
basically it. They
so
didn't give him enough things. I feel if it wasn't for TKO, he could have been number one. Because if I feel like if there wasn't no backstage politics or whatever with TKO, whatever, and they actually thought about his last year and you know basically like write a story that was basically like a love letter for his career. They only put like one or two chapters and then that was it. And I feel like we didn't get that whole thing. We
Who did Dominic Mysterio face at WrestleMania?
title match, was it AJ
Who did Dominic
Styles? No, it wasn't
he
AJ
face AJ
Styles.
Styles? Who did Dominic Mysterio face at SummerSlam? Right.
Dominic.
Who? Where did they play AAA at? On YouTube for free, right?
yeah.
Even though
So,
they're a colony of WWE.
so that
And I
matters.
understand what y'all saying. This is just I'm just
But
counter
but I
arguing. Like
So that
I hear what
matters
y'all are
now.
saying. Like I hear what y'all are saying. I hear what y'all are saying. AAA is dope, but it's like we're comparing sellouts across the world to a
Oh,
free YouTube show.
so
Respectfully,
to
and
answer
I
your
like AAA,
questions,
but I'm saying, but like if we're comparing, if we're trying to do this,
that's
like
not valid.
Dirty Dom
That's
had a
not
good
valid.
year, but it's just like
so so Dom is
Hold on,
literally
hold on.
you're
paving the
comparing
way
Dirty Dom's year
for
to
So
new
John Cena's year.
generations and international expansion.
But they're playing it for
one,
free on YouTube. We're talking about sellouts across the world to a
All
so
right,
then,
free YouTube
they
show.
gotta
hold on,
build
hold
up
on.
the,
So
and he's the
we
mascot.
shouldn't
He's the
respect
face of
TNA.
I'm not saying that we
the
shouldn't
expansion.
respect it.
So
I'm not
hold
saying
on.
that we shouldn't respect it. I'm just arguing my point.
We shouldn't respect TNA because they're not on a major broadcasting network or platform.
I'm
We
not
shouldn't
saying that.
respect
I'm not
we
saying that. I'm not
but
saying we
we
shouldn't
all right.
respect it. I'm just saying I'm
But
making
you
my argument.
basically
We're comparing John Cena's year to Dirty Dominic Mysterio, and
okay.
you're
But
talking about
all right.
AAA,
So
and I'm
let me
talking
answer
about
your
John
question.
Cena selling out arenas across the world, and you're
Let
talking
me
about a
ask.
free YouTube show.
I
You feel me?
that just
Like
feels like such
we're
a
we're talking about the
backhanded.
headline of WrestleMania, and y'all
That's
can't
such a
even remember Dominic
I
backhanded
feel,
Mysterio's
like.
but
match
I
That's
feel
such a
like
at
backhanded
WrestleMania.
I feel like
statement.
that's a straw man hat because those shows were gonna sell out anyway, no matter if they were good or not.
But I'm making my argument because we're y'all talking about Dominic Mysterio. Y'all
I
running down
understand
his
your
credentials.
argument. I
I'm
understand
just
your
running
argument.
down John
Those
Cena's
shows were gonna sell
credentials.
out anyway. Those
All
shows
I'm
were gonna
doing is
sell out
running down
anyway.
y'all ran down John
I
Cena's credentials. Y'all
I
ran down
believe
Dirty
At the
Dominic
end
to give him
end
his
of the
number one.
day, at the
All
end of
I'm
the
doing is
day,
retorting. That's
okay,
all
but
I'm doing.
this is the
I'm trying
hold
to
on.
give you the other side of that coin. The other side of that coin is Dominic Mysterio is literally scraping out the dirt, putting down the foundation, putting concrete for this international expansion. The UK shit failed, but this AAA thing is catching more and more exposure, and it's gonna get bigger and bigger.
So
You
why don't
got
WWE promote it more? Because the only reason why we know about it is because of the notifications on YouTube. They don't promote it on
But
SmackDown.
that's
They don't promote it on Raw.
that's a
They don't promote it on
Rich.
NXT.
All right, hold on, because we going in circles, and you guys spoke. I haven't really got my thoughts off at all.
Go ahead, go ahead.
What you're saying does not correlate to accomplishment. Period. Because what you're saying does not correlate to accomplishment, because I cannot defend this without bringing AEW to this question, into this situation, right? When
Okay.
AEW partners with New Japan, a promotion that 90% of Americans probably don't even have access to, everyone's hyped, and that's not something that we gloss over and cheer. When they partner with CMLL, who has even less reach than a AAA, are we not giving them praise at a Worlds Collide? Are we not adding that to the accomplishments of AEW? So now that AAA is partnered with WWE because they're a YouTube show, which is widely accessible across the world, right? Because YouTube is a more broader platform than, let's say, AEW's HBO Max, which is not even an international platform, right? You have to go through Triller or Fight TV or whatever it is to get AEW pay-per-views internationally. You're talking about a promotion that's on YouTube that does have international access almost everywhere. So in reality, they do have more reach than the promotions we're claiming are number one, are partnered with number ones. You know what I'm saying? So where their platform is being distributed shouldn't matter in the conversations of individual wrestling accolades for individual wrestlers, because Dominic Mysterio isn't AAA. But if you want to say, well, not a lot of people are watching it because it's on YouTube, well, people are now. That's 500,000 views on average that they're getting now with WWE's involvement. That's replays, that's social media interactions, that's engagement that they're getting that they didn't get previously. Right? And then who did Cena put on his back this year? Name a promotion that he put on his back, because he didn't even carry the WWE this year. Because his storyline was not the best storyline in WWE in 2025. So what promotion did he carry? How many accolades were actual career accolades where it's like, man, this guy deserved it, and it wasn't just a handed to opportunity? He put himself in. If we're gonna go stick with kayfabe and we're gonna say, let's just follow the story, he put himself in those positions. Dom earned those positions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think when we're focusing on individual top five, this wrestler, I don't think saying, well, they're on a promotion that's not currently distributed by a platform of my choice, because it might not be a platform that we regularly use, but YouTube is international, brother. HBO Max is not. So that partnership CMLL has with AEW kind of fails. CMLL actually is on HBO Max separately, but you cannot get CMLL on HBO Max internationally. So AAA beats them right there. New Japan is very hard to watch, and if we weren't watching these streams online, us as diehards would not have watched that entire Bullet Club New Japan run at all, because there was no way for us to access that without the means we watched it through. So I think we need to focus on.
The reason why I brought up the AAA and it being free on YouTube, because we were comparing John Cena's career this year to Dominic Mysterio, and y'all brought up, y'all, to your point, y'all were bringing up, oh, he's leading AAA, and my counter argument was, that's cool, and I think AAA is dope. I love that, but you're comparing somebody that's selling out arenas across the world, respectfully, to something that's being aired on YouTube for free. I'm not saying that it's whack. I'm not saying that it's anything less, but I'm just using it to counter. I'm using it for a counter argument. He's selling out
So
arenas across the
okay,
world.
we're gonna be
They
realistic.
have to almost hold on. I'm making my point. They almost have to make the stadiums 360 because he's selling out. So my argument is he's the number one guy because he's pushing. His whole last show was about pushing the future forward and all that stuff, which is including Dom Mysterio. Now we've been on record saying that we really didn't like John Cena's storyline this year, and that's why I always say good, bad, or indifferent because we all thought it was mostly bad this year, which I agree with y'all. But at the end of the day, John Cena was talked about the most. He became record-breaking WWE 17 champion. He headlined SummerSlam. He headlined WrestleMania. He sold out all these records and all that. He's ticking all these boxes. Now, was it the greatest storyline? No, we all agreed with that. But it's like when we're talking about all this and who will talk about the most, I don't see how it's not John Cena when he's been talked about the most, when the biggest events they have in your company, you're the headline, you're the face of that. How are you not number one? You know what I'm saying? It's not the best
Well,
matches.
me
No, the storyline
personally,
kind of sucks. Yeah, but he's the
I
face of
don't
all that. So
I
it's
don't
like,
think
how is he
him
not number one?
I don't think him pricing the fans out is an accolade. Yes, you're selling out shows.
That's TKO shit though. That's TKO
Yes,
shit though.
yes,
We can't blame John Cena for that.
yes, you're selling shows. Yes, you're the shows that Cena on. Yes, they're more expensive, and he was selling them out, right? Because it was the last opportunity to see him. That was the gimmick, right? The gimmick behind selling tickets. Cool, you got that one. But Dom is on 90% of those cards too.
Yeah,
The WrestleMania that he won that 17, Dom was the highlight of that WrestleMania. Am I lying? Or was Cena's match the most panned, the most pissed
it was
off
trash.
moment of
It was
WrestleMania?
terrible.
So
Terrible.
Cena wins 17 at WrestleMania, and Dom wins his first IC championship in a fatal four way. Finn Balor, um, who was the IC? Penta was in it. Who was the IC champion? This is where I'm drawing the blank.
I'm bringing it up right now.
It was Penta, Finn Balor.
I forget who the IC champion was, but it was Penta, Finn Balor, Dom, and the IC champ of that time.
That's awesome. Yeah.
It wasn't Sami Zayn.
Jesus Christ, why did they do this like this?
All right. Well, the same WrestleMania, Dom was the highlight match, the highlight breakout star of that. The only other person that you're gonna debate Dom's match and reaction are the women. So Cena's not even a factor in that. SummerSlam, Dom again defended his title, had a moment again. So
I don't. What was?
we can't
I don't remember
compare.
Dom's match.
I don't think we could compare the retiring of a legend to the breakout of a upcoming star.
That's kind of what
But
I'm trying to. That's kind of what I'm trying to get at. Like that's why
but
I feel like
right,
John Cena
but
is number one this year.
I don't
But
think
that's
that
my argument. That's my feeling.
necessarily gives him number one because Dom overall has been enjoyable the
So,
entire year.
so Dominic Mysterio won against Braun Breaker, Penta, and Finn Balor,
Braun Breaker.
and then Cody Rhodes versus John Cena.
Yeah, we knew
Braun
that.
Breaker.
It was the
How
worst
could get?
match.
Damn, how
Worst
could get
match at
about Braun
WrestleMania
Breaker?
because
It wasn't great.
that was Braun given. That was when Braun Breaker gave up the IC title and he got moved up to the main event picture right after that WrestleMania.
Yeah, it
So
wasn't great.
with the Cena discussion though, because he wasn't on my list, I did bring him into my list, and now he's sitting at number 3. I still got Dom at number 1. I moved CM Punk from 1 to 2. Took Javon Evans off. Put Braun Breaker at 5. Brought Cody to 4. Cena at in the middle at 3 for me. You got Cena on my list. That's for sure. Like the argument for Cena is there. I get it, but I feel like one is on the rise. One was on the way out. One had half of year of good good matches and segments, and one had a full year of enjoyable matches and segments. And the only thing that regardless of what platform is streaming them, the only thing that puts Dom past Cena is the AAA double championship. He went into that IC title match with John Cena as a double champion, gave John Cena the IC belt, won it back off Cena's last. The last thing they're gonna remember pay-per-view wise is Dom Mysterio raising that IC title against John Cena in a showing where not only was he in full Latino heat, light cheating still, like next evolution of Dom Mysterio mode, like he left again double champion. So
Like this, I'm gonna put it like this. I feel like this was Dom's basically, if I could put it in 2K terms, like his Hall of Fame year where they're gonna go back in time in a future game and showcase this year and shit like that.
this
That's
year,
how I feel like this his run
I feel
is,
like this
and
year
I
jump
feel
started
like
to be champion in the
what
future.
you're missing out. We also gotta put fan reaction to everything, because the fans reacted poorly throughout the thing. Like, yeah, it's most talked about, but it was mostly negative from the real fans. And it's like, yeah, I understand celebrities were talking about him. He was on this show and that show, and all of these casual viewers just came and stuff like that. But for the core fan base who's not gonna leave when John Cena leaves, was it enjoyable for them? I don't think it was, and that's why I can't really say that he could be number one. 2 or 3,
I mean,
I'll let you guys put him in 2 or 3,
right.
but I'm
Well,
not.
we
I
can't
can't give
even
it
we can't
on
even
my
get into
list.
that. So the criteria right now, right? Because we kind of spiraling. We spent 20 minutes just speaking about Cena. I know he's important. I know he's important. I know it's a big topic, but we already voted. This is a locked in thing. Me and you have Dom at number one, 2-1. Cena. Rich is the only one, unfortunately, to vote for Cena. What Rich did though was bring Cena onto my list to
At
further
3,
argue. To further argue, you know, for another rank. But right now, number one is locked in 2-on-1 against one, Dom
I
Mysterio.
think I think
So
number 2 should be Cena then, because if he's number
you don't
one
even have
in
Cena
Rich's
on your
list,
list.
I know, but if we're being fair, Cena is number one on his list, and he's 3 on your list. So that would override my I don't have him ranked at all, and then put him at number 2.
So why don't you rank
That
him? Because
because
I'm not putting Cena on my
he's not on
list.
my 5.
I'm
He's
not
not on
putting
my 5.
Cena over CM Punk.
I didn't enjoy his run at all throughout this whole year. Like, to
Right. So
me, like,
but
it was, if I could rate that whole storyline, that whole year, 0. It's not even a 5. It's a 0. They
so
missed the
look,
note.
Damn.
They missed the note.
You got Braun. You got Braun at number 2.
Yeah,
Rich doesn't have Braun on the list, and Braun is 5 on my
Just
list.
yeah, I got him as an honorable mention,
So
so I,
I
you
would
know, I don't
say
have him on my list.
this: if you probably have to make the decision to shuffle your list to make us put Cena in a higher placement, because he's not even on the list, but you're arguing for him to be put number 2.
I mean, because the way y'all ranking him, you guys rank him high. I don't rank him at all on my
I rank
list.
them
Not,
in the middle.
so then put him in the middle. But I would have maybe 4 if you want to get technical. But the way I see it, Rich has him at number 1. So if anything, he has enough points to be number 2. If anything, say like if number 1 we give him 5 points, that means Dom has 10, and then boom, you have Cena has 5, and then we could say like you have Cena at 3, and he would have like 2 points or something like that. He would be like the second in overall points and stuff like that. Because because no matter what, we're gonna figure this out. And just because I don't feel like John Cena
Well,
is on the top 5, that doesn't mean that he shouldn't
well,
be
to be
on the
honest,
overall list.
let,
Because I'm not the
so
only one
so look,
that's critically
so let's
and
be
judging
real.
it.
Let's be real. Look at your list compared to me and Rich. Me and Rich have more like-minded choices as far as who's on our list, and your list is gonna get completely voted out. We don't agree. Me and Rich don't agree with none of the rest of your list. So you
I
have
don't
to
agree with
readjust.
I'm
I
a
don't agree with
I'm a
Americano.
I'm a argue all of it.
What's your yes, please. What I would love to hear your argument for El Grande Americano.
So
That's an easy argument, honestly.
this man, whoever is portraying El Grande Americano, took took the gimmick over from somebody else and went not only became popular on the main roster, but he went to a whole nother country, learned a whole different language, got over there, and also helped everything out. He I feel like the person that's portraying him, he's already a legend, and I feel like there's a lot of you could make arguments for like CM Punk and everything like that because he has a great storyline. I'm not gonna say that, but like at the end of the day, I feel like that's expected. I want to see people use what they have to go past that expectation, to go above and beyond, and um show that they have what it takes to actually have to put the promotion on their back. And I feel like a lot of these older wrestlers right now, they're just going on nostalgia runs, and a lot of the quality when it comes to storyline is missing because of safe booking.
Mhm.
And we that could go with Cena too. And I feel like when it comes to El Grande Americano, he he overcame all of that. He wasn't supposed to get over. And on the main roster, he wasn't supposed to get over internationally, but he is. He he could cut a promo in both languages if they actually let him. And I feel like his popularity is skyrocketed because the person that's portraying El Grande Americano wasn't over before, and now he is because he found his proper footing. And it just goes to show you that despite that other people are talented. It depends on where you actually put them, so they can actually use the
Just
talents and the
mentioned he's
tools
running his
and the
own stable.
requirements. Huh?
He's running his own stable.
I'm not gonna mention that because
I feel like we just going
I'm
in
not
a
gonna mention
circle
that, but
of El Grande Americano. So he's not even on. Like, this is what I'm saying. We can argue down every person, right? But that's just gonna take more time. Focus
It'll take a
list is
bit.
completely different than me and Rich, right? So at this
because
point,
you guys are making the safe list. I'm making it more towards
okay,
like
but you're gonna. All right, but if you're
who's
arguing,
actually going above and beyond.
this is if
That's what
listen.
that's what I feel
All
like.
right, all right. But we're not going to argue down for the next 30 minutes every single person, and you have no other agreed upon people on your list.
That's
We're,
fine.
we're legitimately wasting time.
All right, but just you could put whatever, but I'm gonna still argue my guys. And if you guys want to change it, that's on y'all. If you don't, that's it.
The,
I don't really feel like
Maybe
there's other people. Maybe I could put Gunther instead of Femi.
you know what? I
And
think
then I could
maybe we
put
can just
I'll put CM Punk instead of Karrion Cross and Black. But I feel those top three really went above and beyond this year, and that's my
maybe
opinion.
we can just do the show where everybody just gets like 5 to 6 minutes to you run through your top five. Like it would be great if we can come to a combined top five, but all of us have different top five, and that's okay.
Because you guys are basing it on like I said, like I'm trying to look for people who were actually trying to like struggle and
Every
you
time
know
I
like
try to
get
talk, y'all
there.
just keep talking. Can y'all hear me?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. You made me lose my train of thought. I'm gonna have to edit the hell out this episode if we're gonna put this up. We're wasting time, right? We're going in circles, right? If you want to, first of all, we're gonna mention this was our original list. That's the whole point of a top five. When these panels, like a Sports Illustrated, they didn't say, "Well, we don't agree, so I'm just gonna continue arguing it down." No, they compromise. They come to a conclusion. This is the person who earned it and why. If we just
Okay.
say, you know what, let's just compromise and we're going to give these people 3 different top five lists for 4 different categories, and we still are never even touching tag team or any other topics, we just wasted our time. So we have to be reasonable with each other. It's not about being funny or
I'm
gimmicking
not
this
trying to be
episode.
funny. That's what I'm trying to say. It's if anything, Cena should be either 2 or 3. Just because you guys voted him there. I feel
So,
like
all right.
I would
So
disagree
we
on
made
that
progress.
but that's a compromise. I've
Right.
said that like
So
15 minutes ago.
so now,
Put Cena at 2 or 3.
well, if you did say that, it got lost in the 15 minutes of El Grande Americano
No,
and arguing the rest.
before El Grande
So
Americano,
look,
he
so
was
look.
wondering why am I saying put
No,
Cena
no.
at,
Yeah,
at
I
two
asked
or
him.
three
Rich asked
when
you.
I don't even rank him.
Rich asked you to defend El Grande Americano. I
I
said
did.
that's an easy defend. The dude's got a stable. He's running multiple shows. He's a highlight in AAA, regardless if it's on YouTube. Like, um,
Yeah.
so where the compromise is in what you just said, because me and him got seen at 1 and 3. You're coming
And
in.
2.
That's what I'm saying. You have to come in and make that decision of, does he go on 1 or like 3, like you said. So now, do you compromise with that?
Like
I'm okay
With
with
El
3 because
Grande,
that's where I
no, no,
visit.
no.
No,
Well,
no. I'm
first
talking
of
about
all,
Cena
let's
because
not
we
let's not keep talking about
have
El
to
Grande because you guys are not ranking El Grande. So why are we talking about El Grande?
right. I'm trying to.
Let's
So
focus on Cena.
the like minded
I said, I
ones.
told you guys put Cena at either 2 or 3 because Rich has him at 1. You have him at 3. I don't rank him. That's and that doesn't matter
Well,
because
then
you
I
guys
agree
can
with
just
that.
throw some and
You agree
then
with
put
Cena at 3 then?
if you no 2 or 3. You guys have to figure it out between if
But
whether you want to put him at
if
2 or 3.
you're willing to put him at 2 or 3, you agree with my choice. I already rearranged my
I
shit to
agree.
add
No,
him,
listen,
so I
listen.
agree with
I,
3.
I I agree with your arguments, but I wouldn't put him on my 5. Is what I'm trying to
No,
say.
I know, but at this point, you have to be
That's my
you have
compromise.
to be the compromising mediator, because since none of your guys are ranking after the first choice, you have to help us compromise in what ranks the ones
So I'm
that are
saying
like minded where they end up.
that's exactly what I'm trying to
So
say.
that's what I'm saying.
So
Rich, you agree with that? That's what I'm asking. Does Rich agree with that mindset going forward with this ranking?
yeah, I agree with that mindset.
All right, so we're gonna put
Who's number two?
it would
Cena
have
at
to
number 3.
wait.
All right.
Is
Who
Cena
would be
at
number
number
two?
3? Would be number 2 then.
So number 2,
I'll, if anything, number 3 would be CM Punk from both of y'all lists,
yes,
and number
because
2 would be Cena.
so I would think this, because you don't have CM Punk on your list either. Since Rich is ranking CM Punk 3, I'm ranking CM Punk 2, and his pick of Cena got dropped up, I say CM Punk should be number 2 then. His pick moves up.
Number 2.
CM Punk at number 2 because you had him at 3, but now Cena takes over the number 3 spot because of the compromise.
So number 1 will be Dirty Dom, and number 2 will be CM Punk.
Yes.
I don't.
And number 3 will be Cena.
Yes.
I wouldn't agree with that though.
I don't actually agree with that. I don't.
I wouldn't agree with that.
I don't agree with that.
Because if I'm going by it by past 5, CM Punk would be under Cena.
But that's why we have to compromise.
That's what I'm saying. Compromise and put Cena at 2, and then CM Punk will be at 3. I feel that's the perfect compromise to everything.
Yeah, I feel like Cena. I feel like I feel like Cena goes number 2. Punk goes number 3.
So 4 spot, there's no agreements here. I
Number
would
4.
say Cody. It has to be Cody for me.
Has to be
Yeah,
Cody.
Cody. Yeah, it's Cody.
Cody. Yep.
Oh, now number 5. This is going to be interesting.
All right. Number 5.
Because you didn't even rank Braun Breaker at all.
He's in my honorable mentions.
That's wild. I don't know.
He's in my honorable mentions.
I feel like Gunther isn't as entertaining as Braun Breaker.
I think the compromise here is Braun Breaker at 5 because I have him at 5 already. He ranked Braun at number 2, and you don't have Braun, and none of us have Gunther on the list. The reason I don't rank Gunther this year at all is because since the top of the year, he's been a loser.
And then he was also he had time off too.
Lost the world title, had time off, tapped to Jey Uso, and then Jey Uso's career went down in the dumps because he couldn't handle the main event scene. So his accomplishment of boosting Jey Uso failed. He didn't start popping until the Last of Us Is Now tournament.
I feel like he basically, if we're putting Gunther on the list, is judged by the last quarter because he wasn't here the third quarter. The first quarter he was losing.
It's like the last 2 months. Is the not even the last month. Is
and
I would say 2 weeks now because of the tournament.
I would say if we was to like put 2026 look people to look forward to, he would be number 1 just because of the run he's having in the past 2 months.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't put him.
I put Gunther in there because he lost to Jey Uso, but you're right. Jey Uso's career did not go as expected after his big win, but he's retired Bill Goldberg, he's retired John Cena, he was world champion. He dominated the Time Is Now tournament. The reason why I didn't put Braun Breaker in there is because he didn't. He was in my honorable mentions. He almost made it, but the reason why I put Gunther over there is just because of when I looked at the overall accolades. I think Braun Breaker has moved the needle. Becoming the leader of the division, stepping up to the main event scene. He was IC champion. But when I look at their years, when I look at the weight of Gunther's year compared to the weight of Braun Breaker's year, I do feel like Gunther's year holds more weight. And I feel like coming up, Braun Breaker's, the payoff, we're going to see the payoff next year. But I feel like this year, Gunther's year was a bit heavier. But it is 2-1, so Braun Breaker's going to go on the list. You're on. Oh, I couldn't hear you.
Just change my mind. And this is the thing. It's not even the weight. What changed my mind middle of what you were saying was, did we forget that Gunther won the King of the Ring and that's how he got the title back.
Oh shit! I forgot he won the King of the Ring. I did forget that he won the King of the Ring. I'm thinking about more of the retirements. Like he ended John Cena and Bill
Wait, was
Goldberg.
that
Like
last year
regard,
or this year?
this was this year. This was
Who won the
August.
King of the Ring this year?
Hold on, let me see.
No, that was last year.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Cody
I
won the
don't know
King of
that.
the
I
Ring
don't know
this
that.
year. Cody won the King of the Ring this
Yeah,
year. So then, no, the
yeah,
accolade was actually last year.
Yeah,
yeah.
that was Cody.
So then, yeah. So
My
then
biggest thing for Gunther.
all he did actually, then I'll stay set in my mind because literally all he did was lose the title at Mania, and then really just get popping in the last month. Braun Breaker, while he hasn't, all he did was lose the IC title. He's got elevated in the Vision. He won the War Games for them. He's stepping into the first Raw of 2026 in the number one in a championship match for the world title, where the odds are looking like he might actually have a chance of winning it. Elevated his promo work. Started elevating the Vision without Seth Rollins. So yeah,
I feel
no,
like Braun Breaker,
I'm gonna stay with Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker is the top heel right now on the show, isn't he? Who else would be the top
No,
heel?
I feel like Gunther's
Mysterio.
top. I feel like Gunther is the top heel because when Gunther comes out, he can barely speak. And I agree with you. I'm not. There's not necessarily a big argument with Gunther. He retired Bill Goldberg. Something happened. He went away. Then he came back for the
But,
Time Is Now tournament, and then basically he started his
but did
ascension.
he retire Bill Goldberg this year?
Yeah, he
Because,
retired Bill Goldberg the same day that we were at All in Texas.
Yes.
That all
damn,
happened the same day.
Yes, it did.
damn.
Yeah. Yeah. It
So he
seemed
got
like
Was
a
it a good
lifetime
match?
ago.
Was it a good match though?
It wasn't. It was. I
It's
mean,
Goldberg, bro. What do you expect? No disrespect.
you know,
Like, he's not a wrestler's wrestler.
here it is. It wasn't terrible by any. You can go back and rewatch it. It's not like cringy by any means. It's not cringy by any means.
So
It's a
I'm
Goldberg
just gonna
match. You know what I'm
put
saying?
Braun
Like
Breaker since that's the
it's
agreed upon.
but all right. So hold on. Let's look at this.
So the thing is like it's like I'm conflicted now because like
What's Braun Breaker's biggest accomplishments for this year, and we got to compare it to Gunther's biggest accomplishments this year, and which one's way out. Gunther was world heavyweight champion. Yes, he lost. He lost his world heavyweight championship at WrestleMania. He retired Bill Goldberg. He won the tournament. He retired John Cena. Braun Breaker lost his Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. He became the leader of the Vision. He upped his promos. He's had some of the best matches of this year. He's going into 2026, more than likely, probably going to be the next World Heavyweight Champion. Damn.
that's a very convincing argument. That's a very convincing argument. I can't even argue about that. I can't even because all I have is with Braun Breaker is that he stepped his shit up and he's the and he's carrying a stable right now and he's about to eventually it's like they're both neck and neck right now of being the top heel.
Not just carrying a stable. He's carrying the stable. And like we said, we're gonna talk about the whole year, right? Gunther was out more of the year than Braun Breaker was. How many spear highlights alone did we get this year? How
I
many
mean, we
times
just
have
got
we
Nacho
said?
Steve.
How many times have we said "Holy shit" and got like the crazy spear replay this year? Off the top of my head, at least 5 times.
Okay. All right. So I guess we are leaving Braun at 5 then. That's it.
If see what had me thinking, oh shit, Gunther won the King of the Ring, but that was last year. If that was a part of the package for this year, then yes, I'm not gonna give him the Goldberg because Goldberg is not. That match is not impressive. It's a good notch on his belt, but that's not.
So my,
They didn't
but
even
for my
respect
You can't say
Goldberg enough to give him a
You
real
can't take away
retirement.
that. You can't
I
take
feel
that
like
away
you
from
can't
Joe
take that away
Goldberg,
from him
though, man.
because
Yeah, you can't take that away.
They took it
That's
away
I
just
feel
from
like
him.
fair.
They didn't even let the brother get a retirement speech. You forget
This
he
is
got cut
true,
off. He got cut off.
but nah,
They cut the
this
feed
is
on this
true.
brother. So I'm supposed to
This is
respect it.
true,
I'm
but it
supposed
still
to.
happened though.
I feel like
Let's
again a lot of this stuff is basically TKO fucking with storylines and messing things up, and that's why I can't put Cena at number one. At the end of the
TKO.
day, at the end of the day, the company needs to look at itself and
Is
face
the
the
biggest
reflection.
rivalry of the year TKO versus WWE booking? Is that the secret wars of this year? Is that the real secret
Could
war
be.
of the year? Because it seems like it.
Come to a definite conclusion. It's looking like we're gonna have to do a part 2 to this. So we gotta put a pin on it for right now, and we're gonna come back to you. Check out part 2.